Hey there, welcome back. We are looking out here at the front garden today, and we have our sunflower wall. Probably haven't seen in a while. Go back to those previous videos which showed you how we, in the first couple of rows here, if I get down there, right against the wood there on the front of the boxes, planted a bunch of sunflowers. About waist high when we stopped filming and giving updates. Bees just absolutely love them. So you see the bees getting on there. It makes for a cool wall and a border out here in the front. In full bloom. So cool looking. But a little update out here. This grape in particular is just going nuts, vining along the mesh that we put up to keep the birds out. But look at that guy. We're going to build up a trellis and get it going upwards and across. But out here we've already taken in a couple of zucchinis this week. But look at all these volunteer tomatoes. If I pull back again, this was just a plant. We were mixing up dirt. We have tomatoes galore. We took in a bunch of red ones, but I mean, as I'm looking at it, there's 15 or so right there. 5, 10 more, another cluster, just going nuts. Got some red ones under here, it looks like. A couple deep in there, hiding. Hello. Hello. But all sorts of hidden tomatoes coming around this. Got some orange action here, almost red. Getting ready to pick, but that was just some seeds left over in the dirt where we did tomatoes last year. Our 2 watermelons that were up front here kind of got swallowed up by tall grass. We weren't mowing right here to avoid the watermelons. Got a 3rd one here. So you see he's got a rotten spot on there too. We did get some cold nights. It's been extremely hot. Then we got some cold and it looked like they kind of shriveled on the outer rind there. But they were just a fun project. We'll try them again next year, maybe in a different location. Move our way back down on the YouTube video beds here, or YouTube garden beds. The volunteer leaf that we had planted, we pulled that up and collected the seeds, put them in a bag. We'll go through them. But some of the seeds obviously dropped off of there. And we are getting some new volunteer lettuce in the volunteer lettuce bed. Here we got our cauliflower. First year of trying that cauliflower, didn't really grow, but there is new life down inside there. And because of the heat and that sort of thing, it may not have liked that heat because it seems like some things are bouncing back now that it's cooling off a little bit. So we're going to let this go and see what happens. See in the middle there, looks like we're getting some new growth on that. Can tell we've had some bugs and birds out here, but we'll see what happens. Maybe the fall weather will get those guys to perk up a little bit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got a few corn husks growing in here. I think the dirt was a little too shallow here. The corn never really got tall, although we did get the tassels on the top. Again, just something we plant and have some fun. If we do get little tiny husks like that with a little bit of corn on them, you just throw them to the chickens. Chickens like to peck at them. Getting plenty of beans. We've been out here picking beans out here on these front bean beds. Had one bean, take to the rope that we did, climbed up there. The celery patch we've been picking through. You see in here, we've got some holes where we've been taking celery out. God, this stuff just smells really good once you rustle it around or whatever. Looks good. You can see the stalks in there, but we've cut some of that up. Used it in various dishes, put it in like some chicken pot pie. Good stuff. Threw it in some soup. Smells so good. Our two little zook plants out here. Got a zucchini growing right there. Another one right here. So you see the flower with the fruit behind it. Another one right there. Smallest zucchini in the garden. Kicking out the zucchinis like none other. Good stuff. And some fun beds up front here as I turn around. Got our climb-in cucumbers. A little different cucumbers than we did in the big greenhouse. As they climbed up the mesh fencing there. They kind of have a weird size. They kind of stay like a little short, stubby size. They look like a bee butt, like a back half of a wasp or whatever, a bee abdomen. That they get really round, but they don't get very long like that. That's actually a pretty decent one. The other ones get about half that long, but they get really fat, and that could have been due to the weather as well. This thing's cooling off. I think they're getting back to normal here. Still get some zucchinis out from the zucchinis back there. Getting some peas down here off the or not peas, the beans down there off of these beans. Picked quite a few already. The nasturtium flower there. And something that really bounced back. I'll get to that in a sec. But we had the more sugar pumpkin or more butternut. I think there's a butternut that we planted out front. They're starting to take. A couple of them got really hot. Planted right when the weather was kind of scorching. But we'll see if we can get a butternut out of that patch there. But something that really came on now that the weather has changed is the raspberries. And we are getting so many raspberries as of late, which is really cool because they really didn't do good all summer long. See, we didn't even get to some, and then we got some rain, so some kind of got damaged. But we are in a good raspberry harvest right now with tons coming. As you see, the bees are all over it, pollinating. So we are enjoying. Look at how bright they are, bright red. Great looking raspberries, but that's what's been going on out front. We'll get out in the back one of these days, show you the big hoop house. But if you're still gardening, there's still time for fall crops. We're up here at Zone 6B up in Eastern Washington, but there are time to get some things going. Broccoli and lettuce, things like that will still grow, especially if you have a greenhouse set up. You can still kind of get some crops, quick hitters, and feed your family going into fall here. That's what it's looking like out front here. Again, we'll get out back, but thanks for tuning in. Share, like, subscribe, come back for more. We'll see you on the next one.